Hi there, I am making some white rice in the Instant Pot, so I figured I'd share that with you. It's kind of neat. White rice is pretty reasonable. I have a 6-quart Instant Pot here. I love jasmine. It's a little bit more than regular long grain. I got that at Walmart. I'm finishing it up, kind of. That's enough for another serving there, but I have 1 cup here. And I thought since I'm doing a video on it, I would brown the rice up a little bit. Or saute it at the bottom. It just gives it a little bit of a different consistency, and so I'm going to warm that up with some olive oil. And I'm having it with some stir fry tomorrow, and then that just lets you know it's heating up. And I just do that for a few minutes. I'll wait till it gets warm. I also have some bay leaves here. These bay leaves are really, they've taken a beating, so I'm going to be like really having a hard time picking out something. Actually, I see a couple of pieces there that'll work. Gives the rice a little bit of flavor, so I'll keep these aside here. And I'm also going to put in some frozen mixed vegetables, which I hate mixed vegetables, but since I order food a lot, it's kind of nice to be able to get in a variety of things, even if I don't like them that much. I should take a sip of my water while I wait for that to heat up. Get my plastic spoon, even though I could use a metal one in there. An Instant Pot probably, but I'll get the plastic one. I'm also, I had frozen chicken broth in the freezer that I'm finishing getting unfrozen in a pan on the stove. So I like making rice with chicken broth is my favorite because I think it really gives it flavor, and it makes me want to eat things that I'm reheating or that I've frozen, because I'll make a meal and try to get at least 3 or 4 meals out of it. Always put 1 in the freezer, if not more. And right now, I'm like, it's the end of the month, or the beginning of the month, but the end of the month still for me, so I'm using up things that I've made throughout July still. So I have like a ground turkey spaghetti, a serving of that. I'll probably eat that up tomorrow. And then I made a batch of Instant Pot Dijon chicken with herbs de Provence. Herbs de Provence, I think is okay to say it that way. So, yeah, I'm just using up leftovers before I start really filling my fridge and freezer up again. I used to leave things in there way too long. I think you're supposed to use them up at a certain amount of time, but I don't usually wait till it's crackling. So let me just pour the rice in. That's like 1 cup of rice. And I just, while I'm waiting for the chicken broth to defrost into the pan, melt, that's kind of why I'm doing this. Oh, it's already browning, that's great. Like, it's not like it's for a particular recipe, so you don't even have to do it for a long time, but it just gives it that little bit of crispness. Not like you want crunchy rice or anything, but kind of like an al dente rice, I suppose. And the other things I put in, if you want to kind of get things out, I have some sea salt. I don't use regular salt. I very rarely will eat anything with sugar in it, or I don't eat, well, or salt, really. I do have some stuff with salt in it, but very rarely, I should say regular salt. Usually I'll look for stuff with sea salt, but that sodium bloat that I can't stand that you can get, I just can really live without. So I'm going to put away the rest of this rice, and I'll easily make another half a cup down the road, and of course I'll be getting some more. So got these cool OXO cups. Whoa, excuse me. Oh no, these aren't the OXO ones, are they? Jeez. No, I got these at Good Cooks. God, I got these at TJ Maxx. I really appreciated it. I was going to get the OXOs that were $10 for 4, and I think I got like 10 for $6 or something. And they're holding together because I've gotten cheaper bag clips and they've fallen apart. So I can smell the rice, and it's, let me show you a little bit. There we go. That's what's going on with the rice. It's just getting a little bit, just a little browned and crisp, and I don't need to do that for much longer. And then I'm going to throw the broth in there. Actually, most people when they make videos, I guess they put the camera above. But I'm just trying to kind of show you what I'm putting inside. But I'll pick up the phone and move it over on top of the pan after everything's in, I guess. It's really a simple thing to do, but rice is affordable, and I can't just eat long grain rice all the time. It grosses me out, and excuse me, my throat is getting scratchy, so it's a normal thing with me because my head injury, so I can feel the air kind of coming through and it grabs my throat. But head injuries from abuse. I don't know if I said that or not, but anyway. So I'm just stirring it one more time. And so the rice is affordable and it's easy to make because I get really tired, especially now with trying to work out to keep the blood circulation in my body going, which is really important to me. It's really a matter of life and death, especially after you've been abused. So, because we just don't want to go as much anymore. It's painful, quite honestly. So, okay, the broth looks like it's all done. Okay, now I have about a cup and a quarter of broth, which Six Sisters stuff. If you want to watch them at YouTube, they have suggested to put about that amount to 1 cup of rice. So I'm going to put, whoa, that's nice. All right, let me cancel that because we don't really need that to be going that high. But that means I got that nice and going. Okay, so I've got the broth, the rice in, and brown the rice a little bit. I just by eye put salt in, so I'm kind of good with the eye thing. This comes out pretty fast, so. And I like pepper. A little bit of pepper there. Okay. And now I've already picked out the 2 babies, so I gotta kind of make sure I track down when the thing's done cooking. And now I've got the mixed vegetables, which I just have some extra left over. I got these at Walmart too from my last video. I'm getting cheap vegetables and fruit. I don't know if you can hear me. It's making too much noise. I'm getting cheap vegetables and fruit that are frozen at Walmart. So I'm just throwing, there's probably about a cup that was there. And like I said, I don't like these, but they're really good in rice. And they kind of help my leftovers. So that is, I think, about all I'm going to put in this today. I am going to put this on, I don't want to say high. I don't know why people say high. When I hit it, it just says normal. Oh, high pressure, but normal. Yeah, let me put the cover on first of all. Like I said, this is my 6 quart. I have an 8 quart too. I'm going to be making some recipes from a book I got at the library. I think maybe I can do these with you too. I'm not good at making these videos showing you cook because usually I just kind of do it and don't think about it. So, the time was also suggested by Six Sisters Stuff. 4 minutes, which I seem to like the rice. 4 minutes, you got to get it out right away. So you don't have to sit there and stare at me do this for 4 minutes. I'll pause this and then come back. I just want to show you it beeped and then number 4 popped up if you're not familiar with Instant Pots. And that's just letting you know that it's got 4 minutes to go. So now I'll pause for the 4 minutes. I had to wait for it to heat up before it got to that point. Okay, this thing just stopped beeping. I mean, it was beep, 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 letting me know it's done. It says end. I'm going to release the pressure now, which is probably going to take 10 minutes, so I'll put you on pause for that too, but just getting that done. So I'll put that on pause. Okay, we are getting to the end here because it's really sputtering, so I want to make sure I have you in for that because you'll hear the valve pop down. And then I want to show you what the rice looks like. Hopefully it won't be too dry, or, I mean, I put in frozen vegetables, so there's extra liquid there for the frozen vegetables, and, because I've made rice, boy, that's been really too wet, though I still love it, because if it's made with chicken broth, oh, it's so yummy. I'm having it with, oh, it just went down, some leftover grilled chicken that I made in my Ninja, and I have some Brussels sprouts on the stove, too, which seems like an awful lot of vegetable, but I do try to get in an ample amount of vegetable. So this is what it looks like. It's not beautiful. Now let me just, okay, it might be considered a little dry. So you could probably put in maybe an 1/8 more broth for the vegetables in there too. But honestly, I like it like that because it's kind of along a little bit of a Chinese rice texture. So it's nice with my grilled chicken and my leftover chicken stir fry that I made. But incidentally, I put some Chinese 5-spice in it for the first time, which made it better. You need to know that. So this is it. My Instant Pot rice. I hope you enjoyed watching that. Please like and subscribe.